up, y'all? It's your girl Camerae, and I'm back with your Insecure review for the week. Insecure Season 2, episode number 7. That's right, we are nearing the very end, and it's bittersweet. And this episode was hella disrespectful. Super disrespectful. But let's get into this review. Issa is giving Molly the lowdown about the load she received last week. Smack dab in the eye, if y'all recall. And Molly is like, you know what, we about to bang, get him. Okay, just like your best friend be ride or die, be about it. When a dude do you wrong, Issa's like, I just feel embarrassed because I was trying to do something for him to show him that I cared. And in my showing him that I care, I received a load in the face. So it's like, okay, was that like a FU? Molly's just trying to, let her know you have nothing to be embarrassed about because I've been doing some crazy stuff too that I'm kind of ashamed of also. I'm kind of still seeing Dro, like I know I had told you that I was gonna stop, but I can't stop, won't stop. Molly's feeling guilty about it, but she ain't gonna stop. And Issa's like, wait, what? Molly's like, remember you said it would be okay because they got their, Dro and Candace got their thing going on. As long as it's open and everyone's in communication, then we're good. And Issa was like, yeah, they're good, not you. Like, what about, what's gonna happen next? What's in the long run? Where is this going? And Molly's like, look, you ain't want to judge because you just, got disrespected all in your face. So I don't want to hear it. Issa's on the bus once again because you guys remember her car is still messed up. $5,500 repair and no insurance from what we seen. She's standing up and she sees that same student that stole the snacks from last time. He offers the seat next to him and he pulls out a PSAT book and he's, reviewing it, reading it or whatever. And she lets him know, hey, we have that program and we got y'all. You can definitely come learn about it. We can help you out. And did y'all know HBO has a store where they sell We Got Y'all shirts? I'm gonna get me one. I got other priorities right now, but I'm gonna give me a shirt. She tells him that, and the Hispanic kid is like, well, I tried to come, but Mr. Gaines, he blocked all of that. So this is when Issa's eyes are really, truly opened, and she realized, like, okay, this is a real problem. It's not something that I can keep sweeping up under the rug. It's not something that, just that old uncle does, and you just think it's funny. This is a real thing, and it's hindering children from furthering their future, which is the whole reason that she does the job that she does. Lawrence is back at work. He walks in, the whole crew is there. Everybody's saying, what did you do this weekend? What did you do this weekend? And Lawrence is like, oh, I just chilled. Hung out, whatever. He making all weird eyes at Oparna, whatever her name is, and he says, I just chilled at home. And old girl says, no, Oparna told us that y'all went to wherever. And he kind of looks at her like, wait a minute, what? So basically, why is you running your mouth about our stuff? My whole problem is, Lawrence, why are you talking to somebody who works with you? Make it stop. Lawrence, you need to chill, my dude. You have been bed hopping this entire season. But it's telling. It's telling of a man after a 5-year relationship what they do. That whole time to yourself, to learn yourself, it take them a while to do that. They don't do that. Molly's out in Chicago, hanging with Lil Rel, and he's introduced her to some kind of popcorn snack. But you can clearly tell Lil Rel, whatever his name, Quentin, I don't know his name, he's trying to shoot his shot. But Molly is so distracted with the man she cannot have, with the man she should not have, that she can't even see what is right in front of her, trying to get at her. Now, ain't that a telling story right there? Ain't that a testament of so many of us sometimes? You done friend zone one, trying to get to the one that ain't even available. But Molly can't see. She got her blinders on. She's in tunnel vision. Lawrence approaches Oparna and he's like, or Oparna, whatever her name is, work bag. We gonna call her work bag. Lawrence approaches work bag and he's like, hey, what was that back there? I don't want everybody in my business like that. Or in our business. He said in our business like that. And she's like, oh, we have business? Semantics right here. She's trying to, you gotta pick them apart. You gotta listen to the words. Are, we, us. You know how we do. We gotta hear them words. And when we hear them words, they sit real right. She heard that R. She said, oh, we, us, our business, we have business. Worker bae, just know what you're getting yourself into. And a man is terrible at telling you that. Issa approaches Frida at work because she feels it's time. It's time to get myself straight. I've been going through some things. Look, Frida, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know what's been going on with me, but I want you to see this proposition I have. in order to incorporate more Latino and Latina students into the curriculum, into our program, because we are all inclusive. And Frida, you know, she can't even lie. She's happy because she had the same idea, and she is happy that they are back on one accord. So this is a win for Issa. I don't care what anybody says. Issa had a lot of L's this episode. But this was a win for her because she was able to admit her wrongs and go apologize and face it head on. Molly's back from Chicago and Dro walks in with keys. Molly, why does Dro have keys? My gosh, I cannot deal. Why does he have keys? Now, if he was your friend, which he is her friend, they went to prom together, they've known each other all these years, grew up across the street from each other, I can see him having a key, a spare key in case you get locked out like Candace. But this man got a whole key to your place. He is not your man. He is not your man. He is not your man. But it's not registering with her. It's just not. But you know, I can't even be too mad at her because we get there, we be there. Women, we be in this position where you just believe in everything the man is saying. And he just so smooth. But he ain't. Derek's birthday dinner comes up and they're discussing Tiffany's outrageous color pattern. She wants everybody to be in a color scheme and all that. It's gonna be name tags and seating charts and all kind of stuff. And they're just laughing at their friend Tiffany. And then Molly realizes, oh, you bringing your wife? Yeah, he bringing his wife, Molly. She's kind of shocked that he's bringing his wife. And you know, because she's having so much time, having so much fun with him, she often forgets that he's married. And that's dangerous, right? It's dangerous. I had to bring my voice down because I'm getting excited because this episode, it was just a lot. But when you realize that you're not the only one, and then you become okay with that. See, in this situation, she knew from jump. And then she made the decision to let it happen anyway. And now her feelings are intertwined. When he's talking to her, he's behind her and kissing all on her neck and stuff, saying what we have may be new, but it's still us. That type of talk, that's not what a dude does when he's married and he's just in an open relationship and they just messing with people on the side. He is establishing a whole new relationship with you, ultimately tying up your whole heart and feelings so that you can't even invest them in someone else, or you can't even see someone else who's in your path trying to get at you, basically Lil Rel, because this man who's already has taken over your heart, your mind, your feelings, your spirit, your physicality, your physique, all of that, taking over everything for nothing. He won't even give you the benefit of a title because he's already taken. Tiffany texts Issa and she asks her, hey, you still coming to Derek's party, right? She's like, yeah, of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Well, just wanted to make sure you were aware that Lawrence will be there. She immediately texts Bestie and she's like, yo, did you know Lawrence is going to be there? Send her a snapshot, quick, okay? I'm good for a... Hey, did you see this? Hey, look at homegirl wilding out on Facebook. What the hell? Who the hell? But Molly ain't have no clue. Issa ain't have no clue. And she's like, but you gonna do you though, right? And Issa's like, yeah, I ain't even gonna trip about it. But Issa's like, you know, let me do my homework, make sure I don't get caught off guard, and decides to look Lawrence up on Facebook. You know how you check him out so that you prepared. And Lawrence still blocks her on Facebook. Now I said the goddamn nerve. I can't even get mad. She's still hanging out with Daniel, so she really ain't got no remorse or nothing towards him, nothing towards Lawrence, because you cheated on me with him, and now that we didn't work out, you went back to him. That's Lawrence's train of thought right now. Although he's wrong to an extent. You know, there's some other stuff in there, some other ingredients mixed in there. So he's wrong, but at this point, it's too late. He done already blocked Issa, and this is ammunition for Issa's attitude later. The raps be corny sometimes, but this rap, I was like, you want to try me, my nigga? 5 years by your side? I'm just a black, my nigga? A black in my nigga? Oh no, my nigga. Like, I said, oh, you have better flow. Okay, Cardi. This camera trying to give me the blues today, but we is gonna persist Anyhow, Lawrence has blocked Issa basically. At the beginning of the season, remember when Molly saw that check that wasn't hers and saw that it was significantly higher than her check, and she knew old boy had been there just as long as her and she had more skill and more know-how? Well, now the time has come for her to pitch herself and say, look, I need more money. She's in there with the big bosses and she is trying to negotiate down. Look, I am an asset to this company and I would like to be treated as such. When old girl left, I took on her work. When old dude slacks off, I take on that. I am that. I am all of that. Basically, Molly said, it's me. This is me. So what y'all gonna do? And you know, the two in front seem like they are eating it up. But the one in the back, he said, listen, we don't usually deal with people trying to negotiate their pay when the annual review ain't even came up yet. This far ahead in advance, I'm not dealing with it. And Molly's like, well, old girl did it, or old whoever did it, and you considered it an initiative, and you gave them what they wanted. But Molly was unsuccessful. So now you can tell Molly's at a crossroad in her mind, because she's like, is this worth it enough to stay and fight with these people? Because now they know that I've asked for something, so I know my worth, but I'm not getting it. So pretty much they're playing with me at this point, because they know we can prolong it and prolong it and prolong it. She's gonna stay if I stay. Or do you move and be a person of your word? Like, look, this is my worth. If you choose not to celebrate it, I got to go. That is the power of knowing your worth. Issa sees Mr. Gaines when the kids are getting on the bus, and she's like, look, I wanna rap to you for a minute. I want to make sure that you fully understood what I was trying to tell you, okay? We Got Y'all is about minorities and kids who are underprivileged and, you know, kids who don't have, helping those kids who don't always get a helping hand. But that doesn't only mean black kids. And I feel like you only want black kids. So Mr. Gaines is kind of like, are you all lives mattering me? Latin students, you got Asian students, you got Pacific Islander students, you got black students. All these are minorities. All who need attention and all who need support. So Mr. Gaines, it's not fair of you to single out black kids only. But he wasn't feeling her. He's like, look, I don't feel what you're saying, because somebody got to stand up for us, and I thought you, of all people, would understand. And even when Frida walked up, he said, I'm talking to you, because we keeping it here. I thought you would understand, but obviously you don't. And then he ends up laughing it off like, look, ain't nobody dead. This is just kids being afforded different opportunities that they never get anyway. So even after he walks off, you know, the difference here is that black kids are not the only ones being targeted. Each and every day there are minorities targeted, and minorities who are not afforded the same opportunities as the majority. And nothing was resolved here. Mr. Gaines is gonna be stuck in his ways, and they're gonna have to take it higher up. Lawrence stops Worker Bae in the stairwell and lets her know, hey, I'm gonna have to postpone tonight because they were supposed to be getting drinks. And he says, because I have this thing I gotta go to, I gotta stop by real quick. Now this is where you can tell that Lawrence thought it was gonna be a party. I don't know if he just ignored the details, because Tiffany seemed pretty detail oriented. It seems to me she would have said it was a dinner. So to me, I don't understand how you didn't know it was a dinner. You had to have known. But Worker Bae suggests going with him because it would be easier. Because it would be, now how, in what world? Why would you then go out of your way to suggest that you still go when y'all don't have a relationship established, all right? You are a stranger. So, and then Lawrence, is rude of you. I hate when people bring +1s and they have not been authorized or confirmed, okay? We got enough seats here. Tiffany, with her snobby self, that went out of her way to have all the seats lined up, name tags, all of that. Even got special drinks. All right, so what makes you think you can just bring a +1 without first letting the host know? So this is where Lawrence was already out of line. And Worker Bae, she just added on, because what kind of woman just suggests, oh yeah, let me go with you? And then what kind of man is like, yeah, come on, let's go? Issa is getting dressed, putting the last finishing touches on her look for the dinner party. Nice little cute little dress, cocktail dress, and Daniel calls, and she already looking irritated. What do you want? He's like, look, I just called to apologize, you know. I didn't mean for it to go down like that. She's like, apologize. You know, she's loaded already. She's got plenty of ammunition for the night, and this capping it off, it just wasn't good. It was not good to have this add on. This just allowed the theme of the night to be niggas. Niggas. basically he called to apologize, and you know, they got through it, they laughed it off, did their little cute exchange. But then he says, you know, well, now you know how it feels. And that just kind of like reignited the flame. And Issa was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? So you just did it to try to get back at me? Listen, petty, don't call me no more. Don't call this phone no more. And threw her own phone down. Already can't afford stuff, then gonna throw her phone down. Come on, girl. One thing I appreciated about this exchange between Issa and Daniel was how Issa was able to vocalize that she was embarrassed. You know, it's me. You know, I thought that we had this rapport, that you didn't have to do this type of stuff, that I didn't have to worry about being embarrassed. And that is power, all right? Because a lot of women don't know how to communicate what's going on with them. It's just slam, ignore, block, don't deal with it no more. And then dudes just go on doing the mess to other women and don't even know what it is that they did, because we just shutting dudes down and not communicating what you did was wrong. Because they might sincerely not be aware or be unaware of what they've done. So I appreciate the way Issa's able to vocalize what is going on with her. She gets in the car with her brother, because remember, her car's still messed up and they're heading to the dinner. She just slammed the door. He's like, yo, what's wrong with you? Niggas! So we get to the dinner party. It's all nice and cute. Y'all know when we get in our late 20s, early 30s, we got to do a cute little dinner party. You gotta do it, right? Kelly is there, you know, talking to Molly about the Forever 21 jacket that's really women's, that she done bought for her boo, finger banging boo. And you know, that we see that they still working out and they vibing really well. She about to meet the parents. You know, it's just going really well. And I just love Kelly. Is my best friend in my head. Okay, I love Kelly. Y'all love Kelly. As Tiffany comes up and is introducing the drinks, there's a Tiffany cocktail and a Derek cocktail. And you know, Tiffany is so bougie. For what reason? With this blonde weave. Dro walks in and he's speaking Spanish to Molly. You know, saying, oh, you got on my favorite dress. Looking up at him. And then Candace comes in. That's your reality. The wife is here, who he's with, all right? And it's just awkward. Until Candace breaks the ice and says, you know, somebody looks like somebody. But Molly is being so awkward. She just spilled the doggone drink. And Dro has to go get her another one. But Dro is so smooth in this encounter. And Molly is just so not. Either Dro is a serial cheater, or this open relationship stuff is really true. But I highly doubt it. I still think he's lying. And I really hope we find out next episode. Please don't leave us on no cliffhanger. Issa finally walks in with her brother, and she decides she just wants a club soda. You know, she's not gonna drink. She needs to be on her shit for when Lawrence walks in. And she sits down, she greets everyone, and she sees that Dro is there with Candace and turns to Molly and says, how was your night going? And Molly's like, good. How's your night going? Good. And the brother peeps game, and he's like, what's going on with y'all? He's like, nothing, she grown. That's right, she grown. And that's best friends. I appreciate that. You know, you staying out of it. You don't agree with it, but you staying out of it, and you on the sideline for support. That's best friend-ism right there. That is a best friend. Shout out to Nino. Lawrence walks in with work for Bay. Everybody is looking, because not only did you bring someone who's not accounted for in the RSVP list, you brought a female that don't none of us know, and your ex of 5 years is here. When he walked up, Kelly said, I know this nigga did niggas. Niggas! I know you didn't! What the hell? What the hell were you thinking, dude? But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. He's like, you know, let's everybody know off the bat, hey, I didn't know it was a sit down. I didn't know it was a dinner thing. Or I wouldn't have brought, you know, but we're here. And Derek's like, you know, you good? Let me just grab a chair. They add a chair on the end. It's a lot of awkward stares going on. And can you imagine being with somebody for 5 long years and then watching them for 2 years struggle to get themselves together? No motivation. Can't figure out what they want to do. You're supporting yourself and them, but all you got at the end of the day is love. So you're using that as ammunition to support. And you know that this man won't do anything but his dream. So you want to be in his corner on that. You want to be in his corner on woo woo. Okay? And then somebody else comes along and grabs your attention because he's way more exciting, way more inclusive, and is way more present. So you cheat instead of communicating to your man what's going on. And now here you are. So you ain't even fully healed yet because you keep getting under all these other ones. And here he comes walking in with a coworker when you just heard about him with Tasha. Now he with some other girl. You don't even know who she is. You're pissed that you got skeeted on in the face. You're pissed that the work stuff is going crazy. You're pissed that your car is messed up. The bumper is dragging. You ain't got no showings. It's $5,500 to fix it. Your best friend acting crazy. All of this is going on. Now I'm gonna say about now, the only thing she got going for her is that natural hair is on point and the rapping skills, solid. But other than that, Issa's got it rough right now. I just deleted my doggone notes. You know, it's just a series of awkward exchanges between Molly being at the end of the table, trying to get a word in. No one's listening to her because she's so far down. You know, it's just couples. And Molly is the only one not coupled up because Issa, again, is with her brother. So she's yelling from the end of the table. Nobody's listening. Issa is noticing Lawrence. They're catching eyes every once in a while. People are talking about stories. Her brother brings up, you know, some new Pinkberry where Burger King used to be. Lawrence chimes in. It's very awkward. It's an awkward night. And it's not until a couple asks, hey, how do you guys know Tiffany and Derek? Lawrence is explaining, oh, my ex, you know, went to school with Derek. And then, you know, they say, they ask, oh, if they still talk. And then he looks over at Issa, extremely awkward. And then the girl says, oh, Issa? And then Issa's like, you know, them distraught faces she makes. But it's just awkward as hell. And it's not until they make the toast and, you know, Tiffany's like, you know, thank you for being a Barack to my Michelle. They're just extra, right? You know, we still ain't figured out what mess is going on between them, what happened with them. But, you know, it's their marriage. We don't need to know. But Tiffany does a great job of rubbing it in. So it would just be great to find out what the hell happened in that marriage. Tiffany's thanking everyone for coming out. And Issa says, and even the randos, throwing a little shade, you know, because now I forgot to tell y'all she didn't order some whiskey because she gonna have to handle this mess because he didn't have the audacity to walk up in here with old girl. So she's knocking back the drinks, and you know, after she says the rando's coming, he kind of consoles Worker Bae, and that's when she's had enough. She walks out, and Molly kind of signals Lawrence like, go after her because this is your fault. Lawrence begins, he runs after her, he's outside. He begins by saying, listen, I didn't mean for it to happen this way, but like I told you, Issa is so picked up with aggression that he didn't even have a chance. She said, I think it's messed up that you would bring old girl here to try to rub it in my face in front of all my friends. I don't know what the hell you was thinking, and I don't know who the hell you think I am, but I'm not the 1, 2, or 3. I'm not the Joe, right or me, and I'm not the A, B, or C, okay? She was giving it to him, but he gave it right back. All right, she said, you know, and then blocking me from Facebook, really? That's what we doing? And then he's like, but you still messing with dude, and I'm not trying to see that on my timeline. Basically, it's a full exchange of miscommunication. And it's so dangerous when you don't have the full story, but all you have is assumptions because the other one is being so closed off and they have not fully let it out in a calm, serious conversation with you. So all you have is assumptions. So it's a lot of assumptions being yelled at each other and a lot of things that got misunderstood and lost in translation. So Worker Bae had to come out and pull him off of her basically. They end up going on to the bar, making out, and I don't even want to know what happened that night. Because I don't approve. Lawrence needs a break. But something in my heart says they're going to end up back together. They're going to end up back together. Because it's just too much going on. And it's too much stuff that's misunderstood. And it's a lot of layers to this. Meanwhile, back inside, Molly is still uncomfortable. Dro ends up getting up and walking out after he kisses his wife on the cheek. And Molly is so thirsty that she has to follow him out. They're talking about how awkward the party is. She looks up in his eyes. Next thing you know, they are banging it out in the bathroom. Molly. Listen to me, Molly. let it go. Leave him alone. Let it go. Leave him alone. He's married. If she didn't get it all this time, that moment when he said, hey, hang back for a few minutes and then come out. If she didn't get it in that moment, I don't know what it would have took. That was the moment she realized, this ain't for me. This is wrong. Whether it's open or closed, it's wrong. She walks out. Issa has to adjust her bangs. That weave was everywhere, wasn't it? Weave was stiff, all hot in the moment. She all impressed with herself because she done got her some good D in the bathroom, 2 feet away from the wife. That she still don't even know if it's open or not. Because if it was open, if they was that weird and that way, when Candace walked up, she'd have been like, yeah, I heard you was hanging with Dro a lot. But she had no clue. No clue. I'm telling you, this episode was so disrespectful. Molly finally returns her mother's call. And she says, Mom, what made you stay? With my cheating father. And she says, look, I just loved him. And I realized he did more for me and made me feel special more than he hurt me. And that outweighed all of that to me. Now, I don't know if I've fully gotten over it, but I'm still here and we celebrate 35 years. And I think Molly realized if the love is there, then you hold on. But this that you're doing, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So she breaks it off with him. She's done. Issa storms off. She goes home after Lawrence done called her a doggone hoe. You know, he done stripped down and he done said all these bad things about Daniel, you know, saying that she just a jump off messing with a producer who ain't even doing nothing. And she's like, you know, what's going on with Woo Woo? Because you sat on my couch for 2 years while I supported you. What's going on with that app? I ain't heard nothing about that. And that was a burn to him. Because remember, it didn't work out. So he ends up saying, she says, maybe had you spent more time noticing who supports you, we wouldn't be in this situation. And then he says, maybe if you spent less time being a hoe, we wouldn't be in this situation. So it just went bad. It was bad altogether. Issa goes home. She sees a notice on her door, takes it off, gets inside good, reads it, and her rent done went up. Her rent done went up. That was the cherry on the shit sundae. She seen the smoke mark on her ceiling and realized the shit really hit the ceiling. The shit really hit the fan. Remember, she had the fire going in the first episode in the early part of the season. And now this shit is all happening. And the raising of the rent is just a cherry on the shit sundae. She tore up her apartment. Tore it all up. A part of me hopes it was a fantasy, like just a flash of a dream. Because I hope she didn't tear up all her shit. She already broke. She don't need that. But that was this week. Hella disrespectful. I am Camerae. This is your Insecure Review. And I'm discovering more and more of y'all who do insecure reviews online. Insecurity is my shit. I love listening to the podcast, listening to Crystal and Fran recap everything. Last week they had Cheska Lee, Francesca Ramsey. I loved it. If you guys do reviews, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode. Was it hella disrespectful, right? Subscribe to my channel. If you don't already listen to my podcast, I do a podcast called Just Trying to Figure It Out, where I post episodes every Thursday night. Last week we talked about church folk, and in light of Joel Osteen, Pastor Joel Osteen, and all this mess going on with Hurricane Harvey, I posted a podcast about how I felt about church folk and how we need to rally together and do the right thing, and how Pastor Joel Osteen didn't. But make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. All my links are in the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.